Hey, what's up? It's Matt here with US Tree Care. Hey, did you suffer storm damage in Frisco, Texas yesterday? Listen, there's hope. First of all, you want to figure out exactly what to do with the situation. So there's a couple things you want to check for before you just go messing around with it, because tree work can be inherently dangerous. We're working with heavy objects at height, dealing with gravity, different forces. And I tell you what, storm damage changes things. You get branches that are twisted and mangled and marled, and it's just absolutely crazy sometimes. Sometimes I've been in storm damage situations where it looked like bombs went off in the middle of the tree and branches just everywhere. So you want to make sure, A, is it safe? All right, so you as a homeowner, you don't necessarily want to go out and do major tree surgery, especially if it's way up high where you could risk getting injured or falling or things like that. Look for power lines. Did your limb come down on a power line? Did it come down and knock something loose that could potentially fall on top of you? Things like that. So you just want to assess the situation, make sure it's safe. If it is safe and you feel comfortable using a chainsaw, you might be able to do it yourself. Realistically, the types of damage that we're seeing is mostly larger trees that you might want to hire a professional. So look for a good certified arborist to come and help you out with that. The other thing is you want to assess the health of the tree. Was it really stressed last year's growing season? And again, this one kind of gets tricky. So you may want to hire a professional to come in and really give you a good evaluation to make sure that the tree's healthy. So that's the other factors. First of all, safety. Second of all is how healthy was the tree to begin with. Third of all, we want to check for what percentage of the tree was damaged. Generally speaking, and this is not always the case, if you had a stressed tree, this may compound and create a bad situation, but my rule is 50% or less, you're usually okay. Now, that being said, if you've got a tree that was damaged 50%, it is going to be tremendously stressed. So the next step, first of all, is you want to get the trees cleaned up. You want to make sure everything gets set and back into place. You want to make sure you make your proper cuts back to a good branch union, that kind of thing, or back to your trunk. So clean up the pruning wound, make sure the tree can seal over properly. But then what do we do after that? We want to restore the tree. And so there's two things that really need to be done. Is first of all, whenever a limb in a mature tree is lost, you're going to have essentially a gap in the tree where large amounts of wind and hail and storms can blow through. And because that was there protecting all the surrounding limbs before, and now it's gone, it might create another problem where it might weaken the rest of the tree and set you up for failure later on down the road. We see it all the time where you get one storm damage happens, and then another in the next big storm, and then another, and eventually we just have to remove the tree. So what we'll do is we'll actually go in and do what we call structural pruning. We'll reduce weight. We'll get rid of codominant limbs, things like that. I know that I'm using technical terms and I don't like to do that too often, but we'll really do some corrective pruning to make sure that the tree is set up for set up for success. I'm just going to keep going with it. Set up for success so you can really enjoy it throughout the years and don't have to deal with this again. The other thing is, because you lost a major limb, your tree is now going to be tremendously stressed. So what we want to do is give it the nutrients, give it the food, the nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, things like that it really needs to thrive. And so the way we do that, of course, is just very simply through fertilization. So get with your local certified arborist. Call us if you need some expert help. This number to reach us at is 214-578-1678. Again, that's 214-578-1678. Or, check us out on the web too. You can check out our website at ustreecare.com. Shoot us a message through there. We'll get back to you as soon as possible and really make it a priority. Come help you out with your trees. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and got a lot out of it. Do me a favor, if you've been through this, or if somebody you know, maybe a friend or a family member or even a neighbor, I know a lot of specific neighborhoods got hit pretty hard. Do me a favor and go ahead and share it with those guys, because this is good, relevant information. I'm biased, of course, but we really want to spread the good word, because not all is lost. A lot of people think, oh my gosh, my tree was damaged, I just have to cut it down, but that's not always the case. You might be okay, you might be able to save the tree and have a valuable asset left in your yard. Thanks again for watching. This is Matt with US Tree Care, and we'll see you next time.